welcome back to the Lockwood Chronicles. My name is Larissa, and today we are going over my fall TBR. That's right, it's fall time. We have our dog ghost sweatshirt on, even though that's more spooky season, but we're headed there. We're getting there. I love fall, and I love reading in the fall. I love crisp mornings with my nice pumpkin chai, whether that's hot or iced, walking around. So I have some books that I would love to read this fall season. I'm looking at my list now, and I'm like, probably should have kept my expectations low. But it's more of a vibe. If I feel like reading it, it's a very loose TBR, as all of my TBRs are. I don't even know how many, let's see, 1, 2, 13, 14, 15. There are 15 books on this list. Oh my goodness. I really did not think this through. I will not get to all of these. So I have them divided up into my physical TBR, what I already own, as well as Kindle Unlimited, because I do have Kindle Unlimited and I love using it, as well as some new releases that are on my radar. Would appreciate it if you have any new releases that are upcoming, and if you drop them in the comments below if you think that I would enjoy them, or what new releases you're looking forward to. Let's start with my physical TBR. I currently only have 5 physical ones right now. The 6th one, it's on its way. It's coming. Let's start with Babel by R.F. Kuang. This has been on my TBR for the fall season for far too long, and I just need to do it. It's just so hefty. And I'm intimidated, to be completely honest, because I know it's a big book, which is already scary, but the contents inside, I'm nervous I'm not going to be able to follow along. But I really want to read this. Everybody that reads it absolutely loves it. Also, I have access to the audiobook either with Spotify or through my Libby app. It is all about language and something about Oxford in 1828. I love a dark academia vibe, especially in the fall. Project Hail Mary. I have the audiobook for this one too. Why am I not utilizing that? And this is by Andy Weir, and it's about space. This guy wakes up. Is this the one that yes. Ryland wakes up as the sole survivor on a spaceship or something like that, and he's got to figure out what happened. He has no recollection as to what happens. There's a cute little robot I hear that everybody absolutely loves, and that everybody's gonna cry at the end or some part of it, and I just want to be a part of that. The next book up is a novel love story by Ashley Poston, and this one is on my September TBR, so hopefully I will have read that by now, by the time this video is up, or sometime this month. Very cozy vibes. She has a lot of magical realism. Elsie is on her way to a book club that she does every year with her friends, and her car breaks down in this town, and it turns out this town is actually the town that's in her favorite book series. She has to help kind of finish the last book, or the current book that they're in, and there's a grumpy bookstore owner who doesn't belong because she has no idea who he is. And then let's just stick with her. 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. And this one is about a time-traveling apartment. Girly pop here. Clementine, she inherits her aunt's apartment in the city. And when she enters it, the apartment will either be in current day or 7 years in the past. And if it's 7 years in the past, this other guy is living there at the time. They get to know each other. And I've heard this is a lot of people's favorite book out of Ashley Poston's writing. Dead Romantics I really loved. I thought it was perfect for the fall time too. So that would be another one if you haven't read that. I would highly encourage. It's just fun, a little magical realism. But I'm really excited to read this because I've just heard so many people love it, and I want to love it too. Then we have Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. And I've heard this is a Regency fantasy, and this girl gets cursed with not having a soul or something. Something happens, and she doesn't get embarrassed, or she doesn't really know the social norms. And so she has to navigate without properly doing the customs. And she meets up with this guy, and he's like, I'll help you out or something. But it's the reputation. She has to save her reputation. And the only way for her to do that is Taylor Swift. You must release Reputation, Taylor's version. I've just heard really, really good things about it. I hear there's a little bit of a magic or fantasy element to it too. And then the last book that I don't have currently in my possession is Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. I can't really remember what this one is about. I read the synopsis and I'm like, that sounds fun. From what I remember, I think this girl goes in and there's trials and demons, and it's a house or a place. I don't know. It just had the vibe of fall, and I can't wait to read it. Kindle Unlimited let's get into those. I would really like to read One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. I've heard so many people love this little duology. It's like a fun fantasy kind of time. And it just, like the cover itself, it looks kind of like eerie-ish. And then let's switch to some coziness. Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer. If you haven't heard of this girly pop, she goes to be the assistant to the villain. Imagine that. Crazy title, I know. She's just really good at her job. There's it's very slow burn, hardly any tension, like romantic tension, or there's more tension than actually acting upon, from what I recall people saying. I think it's just a silly, goofy, good time. Then next up, Romance Rules for Werewolves by Lindsay Hull. I read, I think, 2 other books last October. It's just more of like the vibes, and it's just, they're cute little romances. They're silly, they're nothing serious, and I really did enjoy the 2 that I read last year, so I would like to continue on with some of her books just to get in that cozy kind of spooky vibe. Local Woman Missing by Mary Kubica. I'm behind on this. This has been out for a few years now, I think, and it's a thriller, and a local woman goes missing. I know, these synopses that I'm giving you, top tier. You're welcome. Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. I don't know anything. Here's the thing. I don't like to know anything about thrillers going into them. I just want to go in. The less thing that I know, the better. I like that for all of my books, but like especially for thrillers. So I'm guessing there's some pretty girls in there. I think this one is about like these girls are suspects. They used to live in this house, or is it an orphanage or some sort of situation? Is that the one? Me asking you guys when I should do my due diligence. But then a girl goes dead, a girl gets killed, or there's bodies found in a pool. I don't remember if this is the one. I could be mixing them up. I have a bug bite on my ear. That's so itchy. A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham. I like the cover. When Book of the Month released it, when it first came out, I don't typically like to own thrillers because I don't reread a lot of thrillers. So I think this is about a girl, and her dad was a serial killer, and now he's in jail, but the murders are happening again, but he's still in jail, so there's somebody like a copycat. Switching gears completely, I would like to read the Chestnut Spring series by Elsie Silver, or at least like start it, just because I missed it in the summer, and I feel like it was a really good summer read. But also, it can transition to fall. Cowboy romances, they're good all year round. Am I right? I might be. I don't know if I'm right because I haven't read them yet. And then some new releases, just 2 new releases that I have on my radar currently, is Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. I still need to read Beautiful World, Where Are You by her. She's very much like smart girl fiction, or what is it? Hot girl, smart girl. The way she writes, she doesn't use quotations, so I do get annoyed with that, but I loved Normal People. And the TV adaptation, phenomenal. No missteps there. And I enjoy her writing. I know it's not for everybody, but I enjoy it. This has to do with chess. I don't know anything about chess. And then The Wingman by Stephanie Archer. Oh my gosh. I'm so freaking excited for this. This is the 3rd book in the Vancouver Storm series, and this is like the golden retriever guy. I'm so freaking excited for this. I love a hockey romance. It's a hockey romance. Forgot to say that. And the first book is Behind the Net, and then the next book is, where are we? The Fake Out. This hockey series is so good. I love it. It's very spicy. I just have such a great time with it, though. I'm so freaking excited for The Wingman. This one is on Kindle Unlimited, but I fully plan when the published physical version comes out, automatically buy it. I cannot wait. I'm so freaking excited. I love a hockey romance, and I love the Vancouver Storm series. If you need something that's similar to the Maple Hills, or if you want like an adult one, that is my recommendation, is the Vancouver Storm series. Maple Hills and Vancouver Storm, they're like besties, except one's college kids, one's actual professional NHL players. And it's amazing. Love it, love it, love it. Those are all the books that are on my radar for fall. Definitely a loose TBR, because as things start coming out and I want to be involved in everybody else's reading habits too. We'll see if we get through my TBR, but I might just pick up other people's. Who knows? But it would be great to get through at least my physical TBR. I mean, if you have any books that I didn't talk about for fall that you think I should know about, put them in the comments below. I would love to hear it. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you want to stick around and check out if I actually get to any of these books on my TBR, as well as like this video. And with that being said, respect others, respect yourself, and do something amazing with your day. Thanks, bye!